Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brentheim, and welcome to Elder Scrolls Source. Man, do I love that music. So, what am I doing in today's video? Today, I'm looking back at how Oblivion has aged since the 10 years that it was released. I'm gonna preface this video by saying this. I am one of the most nostalgic people about Oblivion. This was my first Elder Scrolls game, and I remember exactly how I found this game and how I got into it and all that. And it started with a show on G4. It was called X-Play, or actually not even X-Play, Cheat. And Cheat basically went on, and they were like, "This is things you can do to do this." And the way I got into it was they showed vampirism, how to cure vampirism, and how cool it was and all that. And for the longest time I looked for this game, and I just could not remember the title of the game. Finally it came back on Cheat, like a rerun, and I was like, oh my goodness, this name is Oblivion, I need to write it down right now. And the next week I went out and got this sucker, the Game of the Year edition, which came with the Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine. I had never played a game of this caliber whatsoever, and man, did it blow me away. It blew my mind. I am a person that will talk to the world about this game. This is my favorite game of all time. And I don't care how buggy it was. Dude, I had fun with all the bugs. I duplicated so much stuff in houses that literally they lagged so hard it would crash the game. Let's go and see what my latest save was, though. Hopefully it's not actually in the prison, but oh man, if you talk to any of my friends that probably did not like this game at all, let's look what we look like. Oh, we don't look too bad. They could just not stand how much I loved this game. And it was just my favorite. And back when I played on the 360, and back when I looked at this game and kind of looked up YouTube videos, and when I was actually a lot younger, I actually made a video on Oblivion and probably deleted it because I was getting a lot of hate because I basically did not understand what I was doing, and I was only like 13, so I was also had a high-pitched voice, and it just was not a great experience. It was recorded with a laptop, and now I bring you it with a capture card, which is probably slightly better experience overall. But if you've never checked out Oblivion, it's obviously the fourth Elder Scrolls. It came right before Skyrim. And basically, it deals in the province of Cyrodiil, which of the Tamriel continent is the capital. It's the capital region of the entire continent.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind.
The story kind of has a very,
we won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
Assassination plot that you're gonna try and stop with a Daedric prince, and it's really cool. And the game has this really awesome vibe to it. And when I say this, it has a more medieval kings and queens kind of vibe, or knights and kings vibe, rather than Skyrim's Nordic Viking vibe, which I don't really like as much as I like the kings and knights. And what's really incredible about this game that I think a lot of people blow over and don't really pay too much attention to is the fact that this game did a really good job of varying up the armor. Like, as you can see right in front of me, this blade, so to speak, he is a protector of the Emperor. He is wearing Akavari armor, I believe it's called, which in my mind is like a very traditional Asian kind of style, samurai-esque armor. They have iron armor, or steel, and then they have the glass armor, and just the variations in armor just went crazy. And you have the Imperial armor, which is very Roman, and it just, I always felt like this game had a better sense of these areas that were traditional. Like Bruma was the Asian kind of city. As I grab armor right here. I need to punch this guy first. Okay. Bruma was a very, Asian-esque city, which was pretty awesome. Imperial City was like a very Roman or maybe more Holy Roman Empire kind of vibe to it. And what else did they have? Of course, man, I could go on and on about this game, but let's just look how it holds up, and let's not talk about my nostalgia here for just a moment. So, without a texture pack, this game is sometimes kind of rough. And by kind of rough, it's probably really rough. I mean, the blood textures are just downright pathetic compared to modern conventions of how blood works. But I think, you know, if you've played a lot of Skyrim, you can really get into most of what this game does. The inventory is just awful. I'll definitely have to get a mod to play it again. We'll do a steel sword, and we'll get a leather shield. Perfect. And I do not have lockpicks. Actually, I think I can get one from the bag right here. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's kind of strange trying to use the inventory. Now, I know if I want to sprint, I have to hit caps lock. Now, one of the cool things that Oblivion did that Skyrim doesn't do is called world scale, I think maybe. It basically, the world scales with your level. So wherever you go, it's going to be your level, rather than an area maybe being too high of a level or too low of a level, which usually isn't too much of a problem. Basically, you can go anywhere you want and feel like you're playing content that you're supposed to the difficulty that you set. Essentially, it's supposed to, that probably makes it feel like what Elder Scrolls Online is trying to do with 1 Tamriel. So let's get this lockpick. The inventory management was pretty awful, especially for Xbox, as you can very well tell. Tons of tabs. It just overall probably wasn't the best of design choices. Also, the character faces are, I mean, you can look there for yourself. Game's aged a lot. If you want to go back and play, I'm going to try and make a video on sort of like texture mods and stuff that you can use to make the game look a lot better if you never experienced the game before. And one game that I've never been able to experience before in the Elder Scrolls series is a game called Morrowind. However, I recommend that you wait a little bit. Do buy the game on a Steam sale or whatever when you can pick it up. I haven't been able to play it myself just because it seems so rough in places. It really hasn't aged that well because it was from the traditional Xbox days. This was when Oblivion comes out when HD comes out, when the 360 is big. So it ages a little bit better. But Morrowind has some really bad animations and such. And I don't mean to poop on your game if you really, really love Morrowind. But I would wait, if you haven't tried it out, and wait for Skywind, it's called. If you wait for that, I think that's going to be a whole lot better of an experience than trying to play Morrowind now. I'm trying to figure out what does what. Okay, this is my restoration spell. As you can see, the health is above the little crosshair there. We can get a rusty iron helmet. Oh, I keep forgetting that spacebar, oddly enough, is the button to grab things. Probably not the best place to put that. So I look so fondly on this game, and it's really sad because I look less fondly on Skyrim, which, I mean, is a lot of people's favorite Elder Scrolls game, and I don't blame them because it really kind of broke down what Elder Scrolls was and made it more streamlined. But to me, this was it. Like, this was the game that I had always wanted, and I played so many freaking hours of it. And like I said, I played it on Xbox. Unfortunately, I can't log exactly how many hours I had. And if I can, if you could tell me, that'd be lovely. Unfortunately, I do not have access to my Xbox 360 anymore. And I don't really know what I did with the hard drive to it. I don't think I gave it to GameStop, or actually, I think I took it to the Microsoft store. I don't think I gave it to them when I traded it in, but hey, who knows, you know? So, let's continue to delve down this dungeon here. So this is when sneaking was supposed to be taught to you. So now, instead of this, like, eye that kind of closes, it's like an eye that, like, lights up or doesn't light up. It's a little weird. Oblivion had a lot of level up glitches, and it was really funny, because what I used to do was with those level up glitches, I would go in here, and you used to be able to, like, basically you'd level up like one of these, or you'd level these up by running around and doing stuff, and then you'd level up in here, and I would level up speed like crazy. And if you level up speed enough, you can literally run around so fast you cannot control yourself. Which was quite ridiculous. Man, I'm having so much, like, nostalgia feel, like, going back and playing this. Which is weird because, like, in all meanings of the word, like, this game doesn't look amazing anymore. But, like, to me, I still see, like, the game that I played so much. Just so much. Like, this beginning area, I've seen so many times that I know exactly where everything is. And that's unfortunate considering I haven't played this game in literally probably 4 years, yeah. So it's been a while. Ah, such a lovely game. But if you don't share that opinion with this game, I'm sorry for you. I hope Skyrim lived up to what you wanted it to. I'm hoping that Morrowind was the one for you, or maybe Daggerfall, or I don't know if that didn't. Elder Scrolls Online, maybe just something from a really long time ago. I really hope it lived up to what you wanted. Repair hammers were a complete farce in this game. It sucked. I'm gonna kill this goblin witch. Well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I just kind of wanted to say that I'm gonna try and play Oblivion again. I'm gonna put some mods on here, and I'm gonna show you guys what mods I put on, and let's make Oblivion good again, great again. Let's make Oblivion great again. Yeah, like the Donald Trump hats. Let's make Oblivion great again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been Brent Time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on it. But if you disliked it, go ahead and leave a dislike. That's how the world works. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.